Hello, good morning, and welcome back to the Kristin Omdahl Show. This is episode 1027. That's not right. Isn't it 1127? I may have typoed this morning. Yeah, I typoed. Let's get that right. I've been behind all morning, and it's for a very good reason, especially if you love baby Bjorn. So I'll tell you in a minute. So, if you've been around for a while, you know that I used to let Bjorn go outside at night because that's when he wanted to when we first moved in here. And I had a lot of problems with bug bites being outside at night. And so for a while, and after the hurricane, he was spooked about going outside at all, which I took as kind of a favor to myself because I didn't want to do the bug bites anymore. And in the last few weeks, he's gotten more courageous again and he wants to go outside again. And I've been trying to train him to go outside in the morning instead of the evening. And it's been a process with lots of patience on my part, but I'm a very patient person, thank goodness. And so, he goes outside for 2 seconds, he sees something he doesn't like, he wants to run in, and we do that like 4 or 5 times. But it's the process of letting him build his confidence and build his confidence, I guess. And so today's the first day he decided, oh, I love it and I want to stay outside. And I'm like, I'm on a clock here, buddy. We need to get inside and get ready for the show. He's like, no, I'm happy being outside again. And you know how hard it is to do anything but spoil our babies. So we were running a little bit late this morning because of it. However, we're here. And oh, the reason I'm mentioning this is because I forgot to schedule today's show and it didn't get scheduled till the last minute. So I apologize if anybody was trying to get into the pre-chat and couldn't find the episode. It is all my fault. Not Bjorn's, of course. It's all my fault because I should have had it scheduled before today anyway. So my promise to you is I'm going to try to schedule the rest of the month out the rest of the month out as soon as the show's over this morning. So my apologies. I'm sorry if it was difficult to find, and some people might take a while to find it this morning. Some people may not find it at all until it is no longer live, and I apologize. I made a mistake and I'm sorry. Let's see who's here. Hi, Joe. Hi, Chris. Hi, Thea, Sharon, Crazed Vintage Model, Judy G, Sharon, Joan, Judy W, Donna, Val, Marcia. Good morning. Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to the Kristin Omdahl Show. This is episode 1127. It is also Tuesday, Giving Tuesday, which is the day of the week that we dedicate the show to Shawls for Sharing, my charity initiative where I design a shawl every quarter, alternating knit and crochet, give 100% of the proceeds to charity to help survivors of domestic violence. And this quarter we have two sponsors, Ancient Arts Yarn and also I Like Knitting Magazine. You can find details about both of our sponsors on the pattern page as well as on the Shawls for Sharing page on my website. If you have not already downloaded the pattern, you can find it on my website along with detailed information about our sponsors and different promotions that they're offering to you. So, for example, I Like Knitting Magazine is offering a $5 subscription that gives you access to every issue of their magazine. What a deal. And also Ancient Art Fibers is giving a special promotion to purchasing the kit to make the Alicia knit shawl pattern. And that means you'll get with the coupon code, you'll get a discount on ordering the 2 hanks of Lascaux DK yarn you would need to make the Alicia knit shawl pattern. You might want to check out some of our previous Tuesday episodes from the Shawls for Sharing segment that we've done every Tuesday through this quarter, because I've shown you not only how to make this shawl, how to read the chart, but we've also interpreted the pattern and the chart in a number of ways too, to show you that when you have a pattern, it really is the foundation to doing all sorts of creative exploration with it. We've talked about how to convert it into knitting lace, into knitting with beads, into crocheting, all sorts of fun stuff. And you can find all of that information in previous episodes of the Shawls for Sharing segment of the Kristin Omdahl Show. There are playlists here on my YouTube channel where you can see not only the KO show and all 1,127 episodes, but you can also find all the episodes from Shawls for Sharing. And just keep in mind that each quarter it's dedicated to a different pattern and a different yarn. So when you go to the Shawls for Sharing playlist, you may say, wait, there's more information here than just what you shared. Yes, because in the previous quarter we did a crochet shawl with a different yarn and all, but did the same sort of thing. We talked about charity and different creative ways to give back and also different ways to interpret the pattern. So every quarter I'm going to keep doing this type of style of sharing and promoting charity and promoting my charity specifically, as well as talking about charity in general, because I do believe it's important to not just promote my own charity, but just create more awareness and more momentum for just the act of giving back. It's so important to me that we talk about positive things here, not just about knitting and crochet, but just being better people. I think that we've attracted a lot of like-minded people here, and those of us that have that empathetic and compassionate need to help others, it makes us feel good to not only do that, but to talk to other people and collaborate and brainstorm and come up with more ideas. So always feel welcome to share your ideas here, because it's not bragging, which sometimes we worry that we're going to be perceived incorrectly, and here it's perceived as inspiration for the rest of us. If you have a way that you've given back, you might inspire the rest of us to do something in a similar fashion to what you've done. So like I said, we're building the momentum the more we talk about it. So always feel welcome to share your ideas and what you've done in the past, or maybe ideas you have for the future, or ask questions about different ways to be creative about giving back, because I have lots of ideas and I know a lot of people here do too. And I just think it's so amazing that we have the ability and the safe place here to talk about things like that with like-minded people. So yay everybody, and thanks for being here. I appreciate your support and your collaboration so much. Let's see who else is here. We've got I'm caught up there. Hi, Nancy and Geraldine. Good morning. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Hope everybody's having a great day so far. Has anybody finished their Alicia knit shawls yet? If you have finished your shawl or any interpretation of this pattern, since we've talked about interpreting the pattern so many times over the quarter, I would love to see your photos. Please share them on my website. Oh, let me grab that link. I'm having trouble with my browser this morning. Safari is not working for me, so I've had to switch over to Chrome. It keeps freezing on me. I must need an update or something. Let's see, what was I going to go look for? I know what I was going to look for. The Share a Project submission page on my website. I would love for you to share your photos with me so that I can share them publicly with everyone else too. Every time I can share photos of what other people have made with my patterns, it inspires other people too. It's one thing to show a shawl in purple or in stripes or with beads, but when someone interprets it differently or styles it differently, it inspires more people, and especially with the notes that everybody shares with me. If you notice on, let me show you what I'm talking about. Here's where you can see, once people have submitted their projects, I then share them on my blog here. And when you scroll through there, you can see how different people interpret the patterns differently, style them differently, but also they share their notes in their submission, and I share whatever they share with me, I share in the post. And you'll see that sometimes people will say, well, I did this, I made this slight modification, or I ran out of that color yarn that I ordered for it, so I did this, or I added beads, or they might even tell the story of who they made it for and why. It's really sweet. There's some really great notes in there. If you have the time and the interest, it's a really great place to just browse through what other people have made with my yarns or patterns or whatever. It's really cool. Yes, and Judy's got a great idea too. You can share this and more in the KO forums. It's the community forums on my website, and it's a place that I created on my website to eliminate the need for socializing on social media. So, like, I used to have a Facebook group, and it was very hard, very time consuming to monitor good behavior and bad behavior, let's say. I mean, I'm just going to be honest. And it was just a little too much work, and it was much easier to keep everything in house and make it that much more private. So, those of us that have accounts on my website have the ability to join the forums. And if you don't have an account, you don't have access to the forums. You can't even see what other people are writing. So just know that when you write in there and share in there, it is 100% private. Nobody can see it unless they have an account. And it's still modified, or not modified, moderated. So bad. And I have the ability to set my rules even more strict privately on my website than I was able to in social media. And uh, anybody that breaks the rules and acts inappropriately to other people is just gone. There's that's it. And so I hope that that helps allow you to feel even more comfortable sharing there. It is really important to me that it's a safe zone to share and be creative with other people without worrying about people trolling you or being social media weird. You know what I'm talking about. We'll just blanket all of it with weirdness. Don't even want to give it more attention than it needs. Also, you have the ability to private message each other there, which is really cool, and that is really, really private. I don't even have access to the private messages on there. So whatever you say on there is only between you and the other member. I don't even have access to see that at all, which I think is kind of cool too. Hi Linda, good morning. Okay, so a couple of things that I wanted to go over this morning regarding shawls for sharing is, which also ties in with the holidays. I think the holidays are an amazing time to make handmade gifts for the people that we know. It's also an amazing time to make handmade gifts for the people we don't know, meaning for charity. So whether you're making the Alicia knit shawl or any of the other charity shawls or charity projects that I've shared over the years, anything from my book Be So Caring, which is all charity projects, and that book also 100% of the proceeds are donated to charity to help survivors of domestic violence. But what then? Okay, so you've got this shawl. Now what? What are you going to do? Right? What are you going to do? Do you want to just put it in a grocery bag and take it on to wherever you're going? No, you're giving it as a gift to people, to friends you've not yet met. So you can think of it as a gift. You could maybe gift wrap it. You could add supplemental gifts into it. And that's one of the things that I wanted to talk about today. The holidays are a great time to be inspired by I lost my links this morning. Give me a second. Had everything set up on Safari, and then I had problems with Safari. So let's see if I can find. um, Hold on, let's see. Almost. Is this it? Okay, yeah, I found it. So you know how sometimes when we're making a gift, you like that, Angela? Yeah, it's a nice way to say it while still being somewhat polite and somewhat unaffected. We're all affected by negativity in social media, whether we realize it or not. I think that the years and years of it has probably really harshened parts of us, and I think it's really, really sad. However, that's one of the reasons why anytime I can shy away from social media, I do, and that is the number one reason why I created the forums for you, is you collectively, because I want a safe place that doesn't have that social media weirdness. I realize it's a necessary evil in a lot of people's lives. For me, because of business. For other people, it might be the only way you can communicate with family if they live far away. But anyway, anytime I can think of a creative way to keep us safer than social media, I do try. Right, Bjorn? He wants to sit anywhere but on his little pink binky this morning. You want to sit closer. Who is a big brave boy outside this morning, huh? Were you exploring today? Oh, it's a big boy. Okay, did I share the link? All right, let's stay on topic. So the link that I just shared right now is from a blog post or an article that I wrote on my blog a while back that talks about different items that are really great for sharing, for charity, for donating to any type of a shelter, domestic violence shelter, a homeless shelter, or for anyone in a challenging situation. And let's see, is I got distracted again. Maybe it's because you're so handsome. Is that it? Am I distracted by your handsomeness? Always, sweetheart, always. Anyway, anyway, so when you think in terms of a care package, you give a care package to a family member in college. You give a care package to a family member that lives far away. Why not make a care package for your donation to charity? Whether it's for someone that you physically know who's going through a challenging time. It doesn't have to be someone in a shelter. People are suffering in all sorts of ways, right? Whether it's somebody that's sleeping on someone's couch because they don't have anywhere to live, or someone who's working 5 jobs just to make ends meet, or somebody who's having other type of emotional problems or physical problems. There's all sorts of ways that people, all sorts of reasons why people need care packages and can be in desperate situations. So this list of items here are items that are commonly encouraged to donate to shelters, but I do think that they apply to anybody who's going through a difficult time. And so I do think it's really nice to add supplemental items to your handmade gifts. Maybe you make the bag that you put everything in. You make the gift bag, whether you make it with knitting or crochet and yarn, or you make it by folding a gift bag out of wrapping paper. Did you know you can do that? If that's something you'd like to see me teach, I would love to have the opportunity, because you know how much I love origami and folding paper anyway. I've done some amazing little gift boxes in my book, 80 Handmade Gifts. If you have that book, the papercraft chapter has a lot of really fun and deceptively simple projects in there. In fact, one of them is a video here on YouTube. Let's see if I can find paper box. What did I call it? It's probably called origami. Yes, here it is. I am so proud of this box, and I'm so proud of the way I did the instructions with color coding diagram. If you have seen it and made it, you know what I'm talking about, and if you haven't, here's a link to the video, which will then send you to the book if you want the written instructions. But the video is pretty good too. It's just you'll have the color coded diagram for where to fold when in the pattern as well. But anyway, separate from that, if you would like me to show you how to make a gift bag, like a tote bag gift bag out of wrapping paper, I can do that too, if it interests you. If it doesn't, that's fine as well. But getting back to the care package, so even if you buy a store-bought bag or you use a recycled bag of some kind, doesn't matter. You can put your handmade item in there, and you can add supplemental gifts as well. So this is the time, if anybody else would like to share what they would add, let's just keep the ball rolling and add more inspiration here while I also read the list of what is on my article too. Let's see. Nancy says she crocheted 4 washcloths, tied a lace bow around them, and attached a small bag of lavender with them. That's a great idea, Nancy. I love that. Also, I have an item in my Amazon shop that I've been meaning to dedicate a whole show to this soon, but in the meantime, I just want to mention it again because it's something that I absolutely love, and that is eco-friendly laundry detergent sheets. I bought these a while back, and I absolutely love them. They disintegrate in water like that. In fact, you have to store them in a way that they don't get too much humidity because they react and dissolve in water that quickly. They are really inexpensive compared to regular laundry detergent. They very eco-friendly because you don't have the big plastic tub. It doesn't have all the water that's having to be shipped and cost more to just get from one place to another. It's eco-friendly ingredients in the soap, and also it really washes my clothes well. Like, I waited a while to talk about it in the first place because I wanted to make sure I liked it first. I like the concept, but I've now used it for quite a while, and the package that I bought it in came with 200 sheets. I use about 2 sheets per heavy load if I've got really dirty things, or a very big load, but it's one sheet for for a smaller or lighter wash load. And 200 sheets come in the box for $13.99. Like, that's a lot of laundry. That's probably more than a year's worth of laundry for one person in one $13 box. Like, oh goodness. Baby Bjorn, are we not paying enough attention to you? Isn't that amazing? And they also donate money to animal shelters with every box of laundry detergent you buy. Really cool. But if that's something that interests you, I did share that link. That would be my point in saying that is that would be a great gift to give somebody in a desperate situation, because it's so easy to dissolve and use in a bowl of water. If you've watched any of my courses in the last few months where I've shared information on washing and blocking different things, you'll see that I'm using a portion of a sheet in doing that. They are phenomenal for hand washing knit and crochet items, or your laundry if you have to do it in a sink or have to do it on the go, because it dissolves so quickly and still works so well at washing your clothes. It's a no-brainer to me. I can't believe how much money I'm saving. Plus, I'm doing something good for the environment. Plus, they give back to animal shelters, and it's so economical. Like, it's a no-brainer to me for myself personally, but I'm so happy to share it with others. Not only sharing it with like-minded people like all of you, but sharing it in donation packages, because there's no better way to wash on the go than with these. They don't take up much space, so it's great if you don't have space to store things, like if you're on the go and in a difficult situation. But they also wash really quickly in any container, whether it's a bowl, a sink, or your washing machine. And they are low sudsing, so I did read on the packaging that they're good for high efficiency front loading machines too, but you can read more about it at the link that I shared. So anyway, that's a great idea to add to your care package that you're giving to somebody, along with some instructions if you want. And then also, all of the items on here are things that you can buy not only in any store, but maybe throughout the year. You could, regularly look at the clearance racks for these different items to save yourself money and have a stockpile going for when you need them. So I'm going to read the list, but again, these things don't have to always be expensive. They can be things that you find in a bulk discount or on a clearance rack somewhere, and you can stockpile them for gift giving and for charity giving. So on the list, yeah, I only have 13 items on here. There's so many more items we could add, which is why I encourage you to share your ideas here too, and we can brainstorm and inspire each other. Bras and sports bras, underwear, socks, toiletries like deodorant, soap, shampoo, ponytail holders, hairbrushes, pads and tampons, pajamas, diapers and wipes, diapers in a variety of sizes even, right? I saw a lot of these items when I was helping with the Hurricane Ian donations that I was helping hand out things uh, right after the hurricane. Diapers and wipes in a variety of sizes for the diapers, and maybe within the wipes, maybe trying to find things that aren't super fragrant, super scented, just in case there are allergy issues. Cosmetics and nail polish. These may not be your first thought, but what if somebody needs to find a job and they need to look put together at that job, or maybe they need the confidence to go out and get a job and go apply for jobs? These are things that can help people feel more confident before going out and trying to enter the world again. It's really difficult to do that if you've not been out in the workforce for a while, and it can be very intimidating. So great for going on a job interview. And that involves, so even if you have work related clothes to donate, maybe some suits or maybe some dressier things that people would need for what do you call it, for job interviews. Bus passes and gas cards. Instead of giving cash, giving cards that specifically have valuable uses is great. So gas cards, bus passes, prepaid cell phones, all great things to donate. What if you need a callback for a job interview and you don't have a phone? Having a prepaid cell phone for emergency calls and job interview callbacks would be tremendously useful. Travel size non-toxic soap, we talked about that. I think though laundry detergent sheets are absolutely the way to go. We've talked about other soaps in the past, and if there's other soaps that you enjoy, fabulous. Travel size would definitely be the way to go, especially if you can find something that's non-toxic and highly concentrated, so you get a lot of uses out of a small bottle that's not too heavy. But again, eliminating the water altogether and going to laundry sheets is the most compact and the lightest way to be able to carry something like that. Let me see if I can't read from there. Let's see what I'm missing. I do not sell my own body care products anymore. I am debating sharing the recipes in videos and on my website, but I've stopped making and selling physical products except for books. I just don't have the space or the time. Or the passion for it at the moment, if I'm being honest. It's just not where my heart is. I love making them, but it's manufacturing in them and selling them on a small level is just not practical in my current lifestyle. Not to say that I wouldn't do it again someday, because I am passionate about making really healthy and really pure body products. I still make them for myself. I have some in my kitchen and in my bathroom. It's just something that I don't sell at the moment. You know, life goes through changes, and some things work in different chapters and some things don't. And making and selling products just don't make sense in this chapter in my life right now. Doesn't mean they can't down the road. But I debated sharing the recipes just in case other people would like to make them. I've just found most people, most people don't want to make them, they want to buy them, and I get that. So unless I find an opportunity to get them manufactured outside of my home station here at a facility, that would be a dream for sure. But we'll see. We'll see what life's going to bring next. Um, Nancy has a pregnancy center in Florida where she makes crochet baby blankets, hats, and book. Maybe you make books. I'm not sure what you mean by that, but that sounds wonderful too. Which brings me to the next item on the list, and that's coloring books, crayons, books, and small toys. So to quietly entertain children. So whether women or men are in a shelter with their children, their small children, or staying on someone's couch with small children, you really would like to encourage your children to be entertained quietly in someone else's home or in an environment that isn't their own home. So, any gifts, any types of child entertainment products that are for entertaining them quietly would be greatly encouraged. No fire engines with big whooping bells, but like coloring books, crayons, books, and small ties would be fabulous for sure. And then one thing that I think is great for everybody, there are benefits to every human being doing this, and that's journals for writing. Anytime we can get our thoughts on paper, it helps us to get the chaos out of our head, number one, get a little more organized, separate the logic from the emotion in difficult times, and also just have a great way to make lists, make to-do lists, maybe short-term lists and long-term lists. Writing down your goals make them that much more likely to come true. It really is amazing. There's documented proof about this in different science journals where they say when you write things down, you make it that much more likely to come true. How powerful is that? So it's good for you mentally, it's good for you physically. It actually makes your dreams more likely to come true. Like, there's no downside to it. There really isn't. So sharing those would be great too. And like I said, clearance sections in most stores are a great resource. If you have these items in mind or the things that speak to you more, you don't have to do everything on this list. Something on this list may inspire you more than other things, or there are things off this list that inspire you more. And that's what makes your gifts and your donations so personal. It's how you decide to package a care package. What do you decide to put in there? What kind of intentions did you put and positive thoughts did you put into every stitch of the handmade item you made? And what sort of love and intention did you put into each item you chose to add to your care package? It's powerful, it's personal, it's unique. And I'm just going to go, it's powerful. What you do to help others makes a difference. Whether it makes a difference collectively and ripples out in the whole society, or maybe it makes all the world of difference to just that one person. It's powerful however you want to look at it. And it's amazing. And I'm so proud to be doing, not only doing what I do, but to be encouraging other people. When you share with me that you've been inspired by something I do to help other people, it is one of the greatest compliments I could possibly receive in my lifetime, to know that I make a difference in other people's lives, to want to do better for other people as well. Like, if that isn't the ripple effect, I don't know what is, right? uh Hi, Carrie. No worry. Don't happy to have you no matter what time you come in. And just like for everyone else, no matter where or when you decide to watch, it's live and then it's recorded right afterwards, so you don't have to miss anything. I realize whatever time I go live, it's arbitrary. There's 24 hours in the day. Whatever time I decided to go live and do the show, there would be people that can join and people that can't join. So there is no right or wrong way to watch the show. Whatever works for you is wonderful, and you're welcome all the time, every time. And if you want to say hi in the middle of the night, middle of the day, during live, during recording, always feel welcome to reach out, whether it's to say hi, to ask a question, or to share your thoughts on something that I've shared. Your voice is welcomed, and I will reply to you. I do get caught. I am late sometimes. Sometimes there's so many comments that come in that I miss some of them, but in general, I do try to get back to everybody eventually. Bjorn heard a truck. Did you see that? He goes, the watch kitty. All right. Does anybody have any other questions? Again, you can find the Alicia Knit Shawl pattern on my website. When you purchase and download this pattern, 100% of the proceeds are donated to charity to help survivors of domestic violence. We have two wonderful sponsors this quarter, I Like Knitting Magazine and Ancient Art Yarns. You can find information about both of them. Oh, I forgot something to share with you. We have a giveaway this quarter too. And if you go to the pattern page or the Shawls for Sharing page, you can enter to win 2 hanks of this beautiful yarn from Ancient Art Fibers. All you have to do is enter. There are multiple ways to enter, but once you do, you are entered to win. It is for $60 worth of this gorgeous yarn, and it will be given away for free at the end of the quarter. So January 1st is a holiday. On January 2nd, we will randomly choose a winner from all of the entries, so you don't want to miss out. It's a beautiful giveaway. And also, that's the grand prize giveaway. There are 3 prizes to win. One is a free pattern of your choice from my website. Then the second prize is a free ebook of your choice from my website. And then the third grand prize will be for the yarn. So you can enter to win there. Okay. All right, I don't see any other questions, so thank you all so much for taking time out of your busy day to spend a few minutes here with me. I hope you enjoyed chatting with me and everyone else. If you decide you have questions from what we talked about later on in the day, no worries, come back and leave your questions in the comments. And if you watch the recorded version, always feel welcome to leave your questions or comments there as well. I get them, and I'm happy to reply to you when I can. What else? Baby Bjorn, do you have anything to add? He wants to go back outside, I think. That's okay. I can work on something out there too. It's chilly today, but it's definitely a nice day to sit outside. All right, let us make time to create, share, and inspire today and every day. Have a wonderful day, everybody, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.